The DuckTales Reboot, 2017. It is mid-January, a couple of weeks after the video they posted online where the new actors sang the classic theme song, and that was charming. There are a lot of people I liked from TV shows I liked, so that was nice. That was good to know that there'll be people I like performing these characters. Back in the day, I wasn't really a DuckTales fan. I admit that it was a pretty good show. You know, kids with a rich uncle traveled around the world, having fun adventures, finding artifacts, and somehow the uncle just wanted to get more rich, even though he had like that, classic money pit thing where he could just dive in. And he still was good at making more money. It was amazing. But yeah, it had a good formula. It had that, I don't know, it was like Disney-fied where, good guys versus bad guys fun, but also that sweet, whimsical kids fun, plus it was just a step up with its excitement level. And that was good. That was a pretty good show. Not my favorite, not one I was like excited to see, but a pretty good show. Would it be fun to see it again with better animation and an update on technology and social situations? Reboots are tricky. I am honestly very wary of the reboot being awful. And I have my reasons. I have a list. Let's see. Cartoon Network has done very bad with its reboots. Very bad. Let's see. First one, the Powerpuff Girls remake. What worked for the Powerpuff Girls was it was a fun show for boys and girls. It was feminist while not just trying to push a message too hard. It's more of just like these girls were people, like they were their own cute little characters where, yeah, Powerpuff Girls had a wit to it and it had fun villains. And yeah, it got dark sometimes, like the dark parts were some of my favorites, but it also was still cute, like, I don't know, it had all the like different little personalities that people could identify with without being too much of annoying characters, and even if they were like kid annoying, so it was kind of precious. And then 2016 came out with the new Powerpuff Girls show where the girls aren't precious. They're bratty, they're stupid, they're mean and angry, and I don't know, it has this awkward humor to it that just is not pleasant to watch. I, no, I just don't like it at all. I want to because I liked the Powerpuff Girls, but this isn't the show I liked. This isn't it. So yeah, bad reboot. Bad. I mean, it's not as bad to look at as that trailer for that one that came out in like 2016. I didn't even see it. It was like a small movie or short. Either way, just Powerpuff Girl reboot. You didn't do it right, so wrong, wrong, wrong. Next up, Teen Titans Go. Worse. So much worse. Like, God, its humor is aggravating. It's just pointless to watch because instead of being concerned with like good guys and bad guys, I can't even tell because everyone's just so ridiculous. I can't even tell who's a good guy, who's a bad guy in the series anymore. It's just unpleasant to look at. It's ruining old gags. No. Like, ugh, it's just annoying. Ugh, God. And I was a fan of the Teen Titans show in 2005. It has nothing that the old show has except for maybe like cutesy or chibi versions of the characters' designs and the original voice actors. But no, there's nothing in common with the old one. And like everything good about the old one, this new one does not have, and it's just sick to look at. It's sick to listen to. It just makes me sick. And bleh. Bad. Bad reboot. Oh, Ben 10! That's still going on. It's on like its fifth cycle of rebooting. I didn't like the old show. I don't like this new one. Like, really, let it die. Who cares? I'm sure fans probably care, so you're doing it for them, but oh my God. You didn't do it so great the first, second, third, fourth, fifth time. Why? Oh my God. Are you gonna go on till there's a Ben 10 part 10? My God, that's what they're gonna do. It's just an entire decade, maybe even 2 decades of Ben 10. Ah, thank God it's so forgettable and easy to ignore. Ugh. But God, it's just weird that they keep revising that. Just keep revising that. Ugh. Cartoon Network. You've done a lot of great original shows. I'm not talking about just back in the day. I'm talking about this generation too. You've done good. but your reboots are bad. Bad! Ugh. Just revoltingly bad. But then, Nickelodeon gives me hope for reboots. Emphasize, their reboots are not bad. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle reboot in 2014, that is my favorite, version of the Mutant Ninja Turtles of all. I didn't like the 80s version, the 2000s version, the movies, all that. Not particularly cared for. I can admit I was kind of interested in watching it because I thought, okay, aliens are fun, but no, I never liked it. But this one, I liked very much. I can actually tell the turtles apart from, not just from their personalities, and their personalities are so much better in this one, but their designs are a little bit different. Like one guy's got freckles, the other guy's got a little gap in his tooth, one guy's a little shorter than all the others, but they're still strong, and it's not like the overly muscular kind of steroidsy football player muscular, just lean muscles that I think ninjas are supposed to have. It's nice. The humor is surprisingly charming. The characters' personalities and relationships with other characters is much better defined. It's bad guys. Sometimes they're so gross and disgusting. It's amazing. Oh, I like that they switched the whole anime with CG stuff. That actually blends really well with the show's style and personality. Because, they're teenagers. It's supposed to be kind of fun. But the fact that they also have, serious, save the city to save the world problems, it just has a great blend. The colors are cool. Ugh, I liked it. Yay! Oh, that brings me back to another Cartoon Network reboot that I forgot about. Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. At best, I think, the visuals, the design of the show was very pretty, and I think it was kind of neat how they switched back from the 60s to, the now present, where you couldn't really tell what time they were in because of the fashion, but everyone had cell phones, so it went back and forth, and that was kind of neat. I didn't like how it was kind of anti-feminist, and I say that because in the last episode where everything was rebooted, instead of all of Daphne's sisters having their great careers, they just decided to, take out all their careers, and I thought that wasn't cool. That doesn't make Daphne better. It just, messes up her sisters' lives. That was not cool. And I thought the plot with the bad guy drenched on a little long, but they were trying to make it edgier. I liked the design. But anyway, back to... So... Yeah, leaving my note on the Scooby-Doo remake, it's okay. Yeah. Anyway, back to Nickelodeon, my place of hope. The Alvin and the Chipmunks reboot. The cartoon that now airs on Nickelodeon, that I can live with. That I can enjoy. They're actually kid-sized, not like the creepy live-action ones where they're actually tiny chipmunks. There's also a thing where, the kids in, the cartoon series actually have, little one-liners that go back and forth and, talk like people, unlike the aggravating live-action version that just tried to use old, out-of-date, cliche slang and blah. Also, I like how in the new show they actually have some, original songs that are pretty catchy. I mean, they're not, download to your iPod catchy, but, they stick in your head, and that's fun. I don't like that they changed the design so much. I mean, it's nice that the boy chipmunks have pants, but I thought the girls' outfits were cuter. I mean, I guess they had to edit Brittany so she's not so 90s. I don't know. Eleanor had this little tie in front of her dress, and I just thought that was the cutest thing. But anyway, the Alvin and the Chipmunks' newest version, it passes with me. It is fun. It's not great. I also don't like how they made Simon unsarcastic. Now he's just kind of a shy little nothing works out for him. He's more like an Eeyore, where I want him to be sarcastic and just done, like Simon used to be 100% done most of the time, and they took that out of him. But maybe they'll get better, I hope. But as for a whole show, I think the Alvin show on Nickelodeon right now is pretty decent, and I'm not mad at it. I mean, I'm mad about so many other things Nickelodeon has done, but this I can be okay with. Okay, Disney reboots. Actually, DuckTales is the first cartoon they're gonna reboot. Yeah, the Disney movie company has been taking all of their old animated classics and turning them into live-action movies, and I haven't really liked many of those, or any of them, but that's for whole other reasons. I'm not going to get into. Maybe in a different video I'll get into that. So yeah, all I can say at the end of all this, after thinking of the good and bad reboots, I hope the DuckTales reboot is good. I think it has a fun formula, I think it's enjoyable and exciting, so yeah. On a personal note, the one reason I want the DuckTales series to be good is Launchpad McQuack. Launchpad was kind of like Andy Dwyer. If you don't know that character, he was just this big, lovable goofball in a TV show now, but Launchpad was the original Andy Dwyer, where he was just this likable, like, man-child, where, I don't know, he's just a sweet guy, and I'm happy to see him. And he came in handy. Yeah, he came in handy. He was a good friend to have. He was also a shared character on the Duckwing Duck show, which is a show I actually loved, which is a show I would rewatch and I even think is somehow funnier now, like 25 years later. I want to make sure the DuckTales reboot works out well. DuckTales, I think, is easier than rebooting Darkwing because Darkwing was a giant spoof on superhero stuff, mostly Batman. And Batman has even more stuff going on now, so if they were to reboot Darkwing, they'd have, like, just so much to catch up on. Even Darkwing's own, like, universe and franchise has a lot of characters with arcs that I'd want to see done well. But first, let's just start with Launchpad doing okay. Make Launchpad not annoying. That's my biggest wish. But, as it is only mid-January, and the show doesn't come out, I hear, till March, yeah, I am not going to get too hopeful, but I'm going to still allow a little bit of hope that it'll be okay. Really, if it just doesn't suck, I'll be so happy. So yeah, 2017. Try to do me right. Try.